Hello, everyone. Welcome to Online Seller UK podcast. My name is Prabhat, your host, and today I've been joined with Tosin from Payoneer, and we're talking about Amazon's profitability. So, Tosin, welcome to our podcast.
Thanks for having me back. First time this year. So
Yeah,
great to be here. And just a reminder to some of you who may not know who I am, I lead SMB sales for Payoneer across Europe. So nice to see you all in 2022, and I hope you're having a good start to the year.
excellent, Tosin. So you mentioned that before this recording, you mentioned that there was a article on its market pulse, I think, regarding Amazon or profitability in Amazon is getting squeezed with advertising spend. Do you want to put some context around that?
Yeah, we always look at the market trends, and being that we work with Amazon sellers predominantly in some respects, or e-commerce, seeing what's happening with Amazon is always like a trend that we might see in other areas or other marketplaces. And it was really interesting to see from Marketplace Pulse recently that Amazon's almost masking its unprofitability across the retail side by the on its adverts, on its Amazon ads. So essentially they kind of posted from retail operations, they posted 6.3 billion in gains, but actually it would have been a 24.8 billion loss if you take away that 31 billion that was earned from Amazon ads. So Amazon ads from you and I, or I'm not an Amazon seller, but certainly, the ads that they generate from their customers. So it really is the largest element of their profits now, which is really quite interesting to see, shall we say.
Yes, so I think without advertising, we all know it's very difficult to survive on Amazon, and I think everybody's in the same boat there, I think. So, so, so with the advertising, and I understand Payoneer has got a different perspective on how and to the way the Payoneer helps the online seller. So, how do we piece these two things together?
Yeah, a good question actually. So when I look at that, the first thing I think about is what are the challenges that are going to be for the customer, for the sellers, for you and I. And the first challenge is where you see a company is almost losing money, they're going to think of other ways to make money. So, we recently saw, I think most of you saw who've got Prime membership, that is now going up. So that's why it's quite interesting to see. It's just been reported, but at the same time, 2 weeks ago, we saw that Prime memberships are now going to be going up. So we're going to see increased costs probably from Amazon. It's probably a trend that we're going to see over the next few weeks. Prime has already started, maybe in other areas like FBA, you just don't know what's coming next. And, but we also might see some innovation. We might see some new products. That's the plus side, right? So where they're thinking, oh, actually, we're losing money here, losing money there. We need to think of a new product. We need to create more stickiness with our customers to keep, stop losing them to Shopify, for instance. So I think we're also going to see some more innovations from new products, but the first thing we're going to see is probably some increase in pricing, and we've already started seeing that with Amazon Prime memberships, for instance.
Okay, excellent. So with regards to opportunities that Payoneer have for Amazon sellers, so how do we piece that together?
Yeah, another good question for that. So the flip side, one side is that we're going to see some challenges, probably going to see some increased pricing, but the other side is Amazon ads. So the positive here is, even though with inflation costs are going up, how I see it is, if you spend your Amazon ads from your Amazon balance, so say for instance you're a big seller doing 100K per month, you might you probably only see probably 60% of that overall when you've paid for your FBA costs, etc., Amazon ad costs. If you actually use the ad spend more wisely, and rather than paying it from your Amazon disbursement, you actually paid it on a credit card that had cashback, all of a sudden you're making that ad spend work for you. Because say for instance you do 10K in ad spend and your credit card has a 1% cashback, you're spending 10K and you're actually getting £100 back for the same 10K that you were spending directly from your Amazon disbursement and just giving to Amazon, so to help with their profit. So actually you can take that out. There's no difference to Amazon. You're still spending 10K on your ads, but now you're getting cashback. But obviously what I really want to say is, why don't you use Payoneer's card for that ad spend and get the cash back? But certainly that's just thinking of smart ways for people to actually just get more out of their money, more out of the spend that they're going to be doing anyway. So just imagine it like you go to a top supermarket in the country and you spend, you know, probably £100 a month if you're, you know, got a couple of kids, etc. But if you always got cash back from everything you spent, why not do it? Because you're going to spend it anyway. So I think that's one of the ways where Payoneer can help. You might ask if there's another way Payoneer can help. I guess the flip side of that again is if you also if you put your spend, your Amazon ad spend on a card and don't do it directly from your Amazon disbursement balance, if you were working with Payoneer and you were looking for working capital, that means the money that actually comes to your Payoneer account is now greater. It might be 10K greater because you're not paying it directly from your disbursement. And that means that we can actually offer you, in some cases, 10K more in working capital. So there's actually a few pluses from actually being a little bit more streetwise of how you spend your money.
Excellent. So I think it's interesting to see that, you know, what you mentioned, you know, you're spending that money anyway, so why not get some cash back, and maybe you want to invest back into the ads again. That's great. So okay, so with regards to these getting these cards, is it very straightforward process? It's a complicated process?
We like to try and make things as straightforward as possible. So I guess the first stage would be to set up a Payoneer account. Myself or anyone in my team in Europe or globally, depending on where you are. I know this podcast has global reach, so I don't want to restrict anyone to Europe. So, you know, going on to Payoneer.com, setting up a Payoneer account, or reaching out to maybe one of the business development team in your local region. Once you set up a Payoneer account and you've received your first disbursement in, or $100, then you can get a commercial card and you'll be free to spend it on Amazon ads and Facebook ads and any other ads you want to, or any other, you know, cross-border or even local spend that you want. So the barriers to entry are very, very low, and it's just when you've received your first disbursement. So hopefully looking forward to a few customers who think, oh, actually, this podcast has helped me save a few thousand this year. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, excellent. Right. Okay. So that's really good conversation, Tosin. So I think we can wrap up. Before we wrap up, do you want to add anything to this?
No, not at all. I just really hope that, you know, the challenges of inflation and Brexit that we continue to see are hopefully, you know, people are managing to find creative ways to make their money work for them and continue selling. And, you know, we know that Amazon sales are, you know, bread and butter to most of our living. So hopefully people are managing to overcome the challenges, and looking forward to everyone having a really prosperous 2022. So yeah, let's all have a good year. Thank you.
Excellent. Right here. So thank you very much, Tosin, for your time today, and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.
Excellent. Thanks, Prabhat. Thanks for having me. Take care, everyone.
All the best. Bye-bye.